A letter has just arrived. For you. Inside there's a message. I find it most enjoyable to kill. And that's not all. The page is filled with strange symbols, lines, shapes, codes that make no sense. Some people called it a prank, a sick joke, but they were wrong. That letter was sent by a real killer, and he gave himself a name, Zodiac. He didn't hide, he didn't run. Instead, he challenged the police. Catch me if you can. And then, he vanished. No arrests, no answers, not once. This is the day recorded in history. 1968. California. A quiet road just outside the city. There weren't many streetlights, and cars passed only occasionally. That night felt unusually still. A car sat on the side of the road. The engine was off. Inside, a young couple. They were talking softly while the radio played in the background. Everything felt normal, peaceful. No one imagined this would be their last moment. Then, something moved. From the darkness, a figure slowly appeared. He didn't hesitate, and he didn't stop. He walked straight toward the car. His steps were steady, unchanging, like everything had already been decided. Inside, they didn't notice. Not yet. The man stopped beside the car. He reached into his pocket and pulled something out. A gun. For a moment, time seemed to slow. Then, gunshots tore through the night. Once, then again. It was over in seconds. He stood there briefly, as if confirming. Then he turned and walked away. No rush, no panic. Just gone. After that night, this no longer felt like a random crime. It felt like something had just begun. Months later, another night. The same kind of place, the same kind of time, and the same situation. A young couple sitting in a car, far from the city. Almost no one around. The silence felt perfect. Perfect for someone. And then, he returned. From the darkness. The same method. The same pace. No words, no warning. Only action. A gun. Seconds. And it was over. Again. No witnesses, no clear trace. As if he had never existed. Police began to notice the similarities. Isolated places, young couples, night, fast, precise. But that was all. No fingerprints, no solid leads. The investigation moved, but went nowhere. That's when people realized this wasn't random, and it might not be over. Then, a letter arrived at a newsroom. The envelope looked ordinary, but the message inside was anything but. I killed them. Short, but certain. Not just a confession, a declaration. And inside there was something else. A sheet of paper, covered in strange symbols. Was it a message or a code? Some called it a hoax. Others thought it was a copycat. But it contained details only the killer could know. It was real. At the bottom. One final line. Solve this, and you will know my name. In that moment, everything changed. He didn't stop. He wanted to be seen. By the police, by the world. He chose the media, newspapers, broadcasts, public attention. And he wrote again. I will kill again. It wasn't a threat. It was a promise. And soon, it happened. Another victim. The same method. The city began to change. People stayed inside at night. Couples became afraid even to sit in their cars. Police issued warnings. Don't go out alone. Avoid isolated places. But it wasn't enough. Because he was already part of their lives. Over time, his method began to change. This time, no gun. A knife. Closer, more personal. Breathing distance, eye contact. Everything became direct. That night, a couple in a park. Then, he appeared. Different now. His face covered. His identity hidden. He approached them quietly. By the time they realized, it was too late. The attack was fast, brutal, and before leaving, he left something behind. On the car door, a symbol, a circle, with a cross. Not a random mark, a signature. From that moment on, people remembered it. Zodiac. He wasn't running, he was inviting. Come find me. He didn't hide his crimes, he proved them and mocked them. I am smarter than you. I will never be caught. He understood the system, police methods, media coverage, public reaction. He used everything. Dozens of suspects were questioned. Hundreds of tips were reviewed. Nothing, no mistakes, or none that he left behind. The pressure grew. He became bolder. Police became more cautious. This was no longer just an investigation. It was a game. His greatest weapon was not the killings. It was the code. Symbols, patterns, strange arrangements. It wasn't just a message. It was a challenge. Some of the codes were eventually solved. The message revealed, killing is fun. Fear spread even deeper. But the most important part remained hidden. His name, his identity. That part was never solved. Experts stepped in. Cryptographers, linguists. Many tried to follow his trail, but he stayed hidden. As if who he was didn't matter, as long as he was never caught. And then, he stopped. No more letters. No more killings. He simply disappeared. Did he run? Did he die? Or did he just stop? No one knows. The investigation continued. Years passed. His name never left the suspect list. But the truth never came. The case remains unsolved, even now. Someone is still studying the code. Someone is still searching. New technology, new analysis, new possibilities. And yet, one question remains. Who was he? Why did he do it? And even now, could he be out there, living a normal life? Maybe. We've already passed him once, even now. This story ends here, but in the darkness, stories remain. Will you stay for the next one? Dark Case Hub.